right? That the British paid £50,000 sterling to the King Abdul Aziz Ibn Saud to oppose
What's the
Muslim
point?
Ottomans.
What's the point? What are you trying to say? That's
You have
that's
to
irrelevant.
keep your emotion close to them.
Finish. The records also state the British sent a spy named Hempher, right, to convince Muhammad Wahab to create Wahabi sect. Okay. This is records in a war museum.
Jesus Christ!
The British, hold on. The British, hold on a second. The British needed an opportunity to rewrite the laws of Islam in order to create a competing interpretation.
There we go. So British
The British sought to undermine the great power of the time,
British
Islamic and the
Islam.
Ottoman Turks.
Gone.
Now, the full report, because that was a summary.
All right.
British rewriting Islam.
You can't.
Gary's the god of destruction. Are you mad?
You want to have a civilized conversation?
Oh, jeez, Nick. What?
I cannot consider him as not believer. If he believe in the fact
You look at ISIS as Muslims.
they're assassins, they're wicked people.
What about the Saudi government? You look at them as Muslims?
Of course they're Muslim.
They're Muslims?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but they are funding ISIS.
So they have a strict interpretation of Islam. Therefore,
Wahhabis, yes?
yes, to leave Islam, and if you are a Muslim, the punishment is death.
It's death, yes?
It's death. But at the same time, you have to look
Depends
on
on
the
case.
other side
Depends
of
on
the
case.
coin. If you are to be punished
And just in
by
case,
Islamic law, you need
just in case you don't know what
three
that
viewers,
is, right?
three people that can provide the evidence. The reason behind this
In any country,
is that because
for if you
the reason behind this is because God, in our belief, wants us to repent from our sins, wants to give us more chances. So it's very hard to have three people who can give you evidence, give somebody evidence that you have shifted, you know?
Wahabism, Abdullah ibn Wahab, who was a man in Saudi Arabia, was born in Saudi Arabia, and he said, if you are in doubt about Quran and Hadith, go back to Quran and Hadith. That's it. And that's
If you're in doubt about Quran and
that's
Hadith,
it.
go back
That's
to Quran and
ideology.
Hadith.
There is nothing extra. Okay? If that
Definition
was not
of
the
circular
case,
reasoning, you know?
what is stupidity? What's the illogical thing is that? You are going
Calm
to...
down. You're going to be educated.
You can't. Gary cannot educate me. You don't have anything. You don't have any basis.
Hamza always said, and that's the only thing I respect you for, he can never lose, he only can learn. Yeah, but the people are not doing that, because what I'm trying to say to you, see, I have to take my time with him. I cannot debate with this man.
Just listen to me.
No, I cannot debate with him.
They
You're lucky.
always divide and say, oh, you are better than him and he's better than you. Funding them. If I ask him a question, funding them. Have you got a brother and sister?
Yes.
You always agree on something?
Of course you don't.
The division. There you go. There
You finished now? You won now. You won. You beat me.
No.
You're the first man to beat me.
No. I love everyone. No. I'm not doing
I know. You're the first man to beat me. Look after him, yeah?
Thanks. Have a good day. You too, my
Thanks. I can't argue with elders. No way.
We have to stop saying
I
these
can't
things,
argue with elders. No way.
We have to stop saying these things, we blame other people
won.
for our mistake and, putting ourselves down all
No, but you
the
need
time.
to study the history more, my friend. The history is damaging to your faith.
Listen, I don't have to.
history.
I'm not saying the history is not important. But I have to judge now. Why always looking back?
Yeah, but do you know the history though? No, seriously, no, be honest with me. Do you know the history of Wahabism?
What I
do you
know,
the
of
history?
course I know.
Yeah?
Of course I know.
So it started in the 17th century. By who?
Okay, listen. Whatever you know, you read about it like anybody else can read
Studied it.
about
I
it.
studied it. Been studying for about a month now.
Well, you study what that mean? I mean, you study something is not there for other people to read. Is a message from above. Everybody can study what you study.
I know. But
you don't
when
have to say, throw back at me,
Okay, but
I
hold on a
study.
second, but hold on a second. But when you look at the damage, the actual damage which is being done between Sunni and Shiites, between the Israeli government, right, the Palestinians and the Saudis, that whole division was created
You know our problem, you know,
whole
you
division
know our
was
problem in
created, my
Africa and all the third world country.
No, they're not third world countries. We don't have third world countries.
Okay, the first.
I mean,
first,
that's a white
you see,
supremacy
that's
term.
your problem.
No,
You just about the
there is
word.
no such thing
Okay,
as third world.
let's talk about the
Let's say
African,
Africa, say
okay,
America.
Africa. The
Cool,
problem
there's no
is
third world.
with us, we're not educated enough.
Who?
Us
Yes, we
in
are.
Africa. No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
You know why? Because education is when you know something and you implement it on yourself. Okay, that's education. Because if you read something and then you go and do the opposite, then you're not educated. You don't know that knowledge.
So somebody that reads the Quran and says you mustn't kill Muslims and then go blows up a mosque.
Hold on.
What happens
Jump.
then? No, but that's what's happening.
In the Quran it said kill what?
Sorry?
Just kill like that?
No, I'm saying that when you look at Wahabism and it says somebody that
The
somebody
same
that
Quran,
is
we have
hold
the
on
same
a second.
Quran, yeah, akhi.
Somebody that is not following the guidelines of Wahabism is not
That's
classed
his
as a Muslim.
problem. That's his problem.
It's not. I know it's his problem. He's
It's
going to
his
die.
problem.
They've been instructed to kill them.
Well, if he kill me, that's his problem. Because you know one thing, if he kill me, I'm a martyr.
You know the iPad hasn't come out. Boy, I might come out. Give me some evidence.
Believe me, I know about Wahabi, but the thing is,
But it was created by the British.
Listen, if you go
The
to,
British created it.
If you go to scholars in Islamic, in Egypt, in Tunisia, Algeria, scholars, we talk about knowledge people, you wouldn't hear them say Shia is unbeliever or Wahabi is unbeliever.
But I've heard many people here.
Yeah, but
There
they're
have been
not
many
taking-
discussions
yeah,
here.
But these people, you know what they use here?
And most
They
of the people
you
here
know what they use,
are
you know what,
Wahhabis.
you know what they use, the people here, they get that excited and the feeling, you know, the little bit like, you know, but if you talk about from your mind and the knowledge and how to make this life better for each other, you see people, they don't talk like that.
Now you are talking about an individual moral state. I'm talking about a collective one. The Saudi government does not
So
agree
if
with
they
your
jump, I
principles.
jump behind them?
No, but your Saudi government and ISIS don't agree with your morals. They believe if you're not
That's
if you're
their
not a Wahabi,
That's their
you are
problem.
non-Muslim.
That's their problem, brother.
Yes?
That's their problem. At the end of the day, the right will prevail, will come a winner. And that's life.
Well, after millions and millions of
Doesn't
deaths,
matter, doesn't matter,
millions of
doesn't
shrines
matter,
being
doesn't matter.
destroyed.
Maybe I don't see it,
Yeah?
maybe my children will see it, maybe my grandchildren will see it.
Yeah, but what are you doing now to
I'm
try to
doing
stop
now,
it?
I'm trying
so
to,
your grandchildren
I'm drown,
don't see this.
as a human being, yeah, as a Muslim, try to wish for the people what I wish for myself. That's all. Simple as
So
that.
all you're doing is wishing.
Huh?
So all you're doing is wishing.
Of course. If you don't wish, you know.
Can't just wish.
Of course
you have to put wishing into action.
Yeah. Wishing, then action follow.
Bro, it's been good speaking to you. Come, we're going circular now.
No, this is fun.
We're going circular.
This is fun.
I need to discuss this.
You know, before you do
This
something,
this
don't you
subject.
think about it?
I know.
That's
but what it is-
wishing.
But what is this subject I'm going to discuss? I need to discuss it on a more grander scale because it's very, very serious. Not with an individual. And I like it. You're cool.
Listen,
Yeah, I like
you
it.
mean you telling me, according to myself, I follow the book of the history and I leave my Quran?
No, I'm saying to you, right, that
So
you
this is
said,
my Quran. What tell me to love people.
No, no,
Doesn't matter
no.
what their
Okay.
nation, what color. This is my Quran.
Okay.
Was telling me.
Can you answer just one question before we end? As friends, I asked you if you was a Sunni. You're a
I
Sunni
am a
Muslim.
Sunni,
yeah?
yes.
Okay. Now, what sect are you? What sect of Sunni are you? No, I'm just asking you
Okay.
what sect are you?
Shall I answer you
Yes.
really truly?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not a Sunni. I'm not. I can be Sunni, Shi'i, Wahabi.
All right,
I'm a
okay.
Muslim.
You're versatile.
I'm a Muslim.
That's all right.
I'm a Muslim.
That's the way to be.
Like I told you, the 5 pillars, they're the same. Anybody who believe in that.
But ISIS believe in the 5 pillars.
No.
We agree,
Listen,
yeah?
listen. Yeah.
ISIS believe in the 5 pillars.
Listen. All your brother and sister they're as good as you. No,
But we are under guidelines for our soul. Yeah? We're not under guidelines for our soul.
No,
ISIS follow the 5 pillars of Islam.
That's it.
But they
For
think
me,
on
for
themselves,
me,
they still
so,
do their fellow
for me,
brothers.
I cannot consider him as not believer. If he believe in the
You
5
look at
pillars,
ISIS as Muslims.
they're assassin, they're
Are they
wicked
Muslims?
people.
So how about the Saudi government? You look at them as Muslims?
Of course they're Muslim.
They're Muslims?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but they are funding ISIS. They are
That's their
funding
mistake.
ISIS.
They will pay for their
So
mistake.
somebody that funds
They will-
terrorism,
they will pay their
so
mistake.
you don't brush with the same sword.
Okay. Earlier you were saying about the West, yeah? Yeah, they're bad and this and that. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why don't we leave?
Because I was born here.
Yeah, if we don't like.
Was you born here?
Well, I mean, you're born here. You say here. You don't have the.
Don't worry,
No. I mean, no.
And one day I will.
If we're looking for the promised land, then and this land is no good. These people are so wicked and so bad. Well, we are here. We move. We'll go somewhere else.
No. It isn't about running away from the problem. Listen,
No.
You don't run away from problems. You meet it on the forefront.
What's
yes?
problem? There's no problem. These people, they feed us, they give us social security, free education,
That's not
free
free.
health.
It comes at, listen, all of this money that you claim we're getting for free comes at the expense of imperialism. That's where it comes at. World domination.
No,
So that money they steal and rob,
we are allowed.
then they can say, I mean, look, we can give you a bus pass.
I'm not saying
We
you
can
know,
give you
I'm not
oyster.
saying you're wrong, but some of it is correct. But you know,
Correct, it's needed. Other people's
listen.
resources.
No, let's talk about Al-Saud. How many are there?
How many
30,000?
What?
The royal family in Saudi.
I don't know that number.
About 20, 30,000 member
I don't
family.
know.
I think about that.
Yeah.
Okay. How many people in Saudi Arabia?
I don't know that.
Millions.
Yeah.
Millions, yeah? The same in my country. I don't like the government in my country. I don't like them. So what
Yeah,
I
but
should
how
do?
do you feel the royal family of Saudi Arabia are Zionist Jews? So how do you feel? Now I'll put it out there.
There's no-
For someone to come
no,
back.
listen, you
Now,
cannot
how do
prove,
you feel about that?
you cannot prove that.
I can prove
No,
it.
you cannot.
I can prove it.
Show
You want
it.
me to prove? I can prove it.
You cannot prove that.
Huh?
Yeah. It's easy to say, but will say.
Let's prove it.
You know, like they say, everybody, you know, who are against you, they're Jewish. You know, I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Let's go.
You talking about
Here comes
Google and other people.
Oh,
Everybody
research, my
can
friend.
say.
The
Jeez.
British Library is on Euston Road.
No.
Trust me.
Famous
It's my
iPad.
You
second
cannot
home.
convince me of that.
It's my second home.
You cannot convince
Right, watch
me
this
of that.
now. Watch.
Uh-oh.
It's all prepared for you guys. Watch this.
Here we go.
Watch this. Here it is here. It's all prepared. Wahabism. This is what we're going to talk about. Now, you just said to me, now, you know who this guy is, don't you?
Yeah.
Who is he?
Some guys.
Some guy. I told you don't know the history. This is Mr. Wahabi himself.
Come on, give him an applause.
This
a
is
round
the
of
man
applause. You
that
know
says-
history. You know,
This is the man.
He's a scholar in history. Come on,
This is
guys.
the man.
I mean, you
never
take it
see-
from
he
a,
said
you
some
take
guy.
it from a
This is
a
the most
tablet
important
and you come
photography
here.
was in
Come
there.
on,
This
man.
is not-
Anybody can
I'm
say
Gary,
that.
this is
Anybody
not-
Gary,
can.
you are
Come
lying.
on, man.
You are lying.
Come
The
on,
photography
man.
was
I'm
in there.
giving you some.
Okay.
In what
Look,
way
Look,
photography
faith,
in where?
telling
Look,
people.
you said the
You
sound
tell me
like-
about
You are
history.
lying.
Come
Said
on,
the
man.
sound is not Jew. Look, I'll get it all lined up for you. Let's have a look.
Who put that picture? Man, you're a joke.
Oh,
You're a
no,
joke,
no.
man.
The
You're a
Saudis,
joke.
right?
You're a
Saudis.
joke.
Muhammad
Who wrote that? Who wrote that? Who wrote that?
I'm going to show you
Is
where.
that the Bible?
I'm
Is
going to
that
show
Quran?
you where. I'm
Is
gonna
that the
show you
Torah?
where.
Come
I
on,
will
man.
show you where. In 2002,
all what
America
you're saying is
released an
absolutely
unclassified document. Here it is
useless.
here. Here it is here. Let's have a look. Right. A 53 report drafted in 2002 by Iraqi intelligence, declassified by the United States in 2002, entitled "The Birth of Wahabism." It's that the study aimed at that. The study went on to say, this is what it says here. Let's go into it now. Yes? Okay.
You know, you are.
What is
Now, what is
Wahabism?
interesting?
You
hold
are
on a
as
second.
bad,
Let's
you are
read
as
it.
bad as the
What
English
is
and the American.
interesting-
You make
hold on,
division
let's
between
read
people.
it.
Come on, man.
Now, what
you
is
don't
interesting,
teach. You
by
don't teach
evidence
love. You
known,
teach hatred.
the
You.
Jewish
This is your problem.
ancestry
You
of the
teach
Saudis
hatred. You
and
should
Wahhabi
teach love.
brothers are
You should
also
teach
Jews.
love. You should make peace
Hold
with
on a
people,
second.
not make
Let's
war.
read it.
Come on,
Let's
read
read
what?
it.
Who wrote
Let's
this
read
one?
it.
Who read those
I
ones?
told
Is
you
a
what the
messenger?
point. I told you already. Let's read it. Right, let's read it.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Read it to somebody else, man. Somebody else. I'm not interested.
You don't know what is Wahabism. Do you know what is
This is
Wahabism?
scary,
What is
you know?
Wahabism?
I'm just
Huh?
telling you.
What
You
is
should teach
Wahabism?
love,
An
not
extremist
hatred.
political
What is
movement.
Wahabism?
They're similar to Zionism.
Sorry, what is it?
Similar to Zionism.
What is it?
This man here,
Yeah, what is it?
Mr. Wahabi, I'm not
Yeah.
going to call him nothing,
Extreme
deemed
what?
it
Extreme in
upon
what?
himself,
Extreme in what?
You
deemed it
never
upon
met the man.
himself,
You never
Extreme
know him.
right,
Why you
to
call
say,
him?
I don't like how the Arabs are living.
What?
Let
Extreme
me
in what?
change it.
Extreme in what?
And anyone that doesn't follow me,
Yeah.
right? Anyone that doesn't follow me,
say?
I will class as a non-Muslim. Now, being a non-Muslim puts you under apostate.
Okay,
Now,
who
what's the
said it?
date? Now, what's the
said
penalty
it?
for
Who said
apostate?
it? Who said
Death.
it? Who said it?
Right?
Who said it? Who said it?
Some guys.
Some guys, yeah.
Some guys, you know.
Gary, Mr. Gary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Gary.
Or
And
John
he's
or
got
Smith.
American
Yeah,
documents
yeah.
to produce Islam.
Exactly. Come on.
What
man.
a silly person are you?
Come on, he's-
What a silly
Have you
person.
read this before?
Why should I?
Both
It's a
of you
lie.
here.
Why should I?
Both of you
Why
here.
should I? You
Rubbish.
can learn.
Read the rubbish, man.
It's a lie.
Both of you didn't know who this guy was.
Listen,
You didn't know who he was.
Listen, listen,
Huh?
irrelevant.
You didn't know who he
Irrelevant.
was.
Said
Listen,
touch love, man.
listen,
That's what I'm
listen,
saying.
listen,
No
listen, anything
hatred.
to Islam.
This guy here,
Nothing to
you
do
didn't even
with
know who he
Islam.
was.
Nothing to do with
Okay.
Islam. Nothing to do with Islam.
So let's start then.
Islam is Quran and Hadith. That's
Saudi
it.
royal
What's the
family
point?
Are Jews.
That's a fact.
That's
Sorry?
a fact.
Sorry?
Wahhabi was
Yeah?
a Jew.
Right.
So
Who said-
now you
Who
have
said it?
Jewish infiltration
Who said? That's a
within
lie.
Wahhabism.
That's a lie.
That's a
That's
fact.
a lie.
Why is that lie? Why is that lie?
That's a lie.
Why? I've researched that. That's a fact.
Who
What
was
they like,
Wahabi?
Because they do the same thing to all the
What is
Muslims.
Wahabi,
They have
by the
five
way?
pillars and
What
they-
is Wahabi?
They implemented the 5 pillars.
They took on.
And nobody
Yeah,
have
what
to judge
philosophy?
nobody.
What's the philosophy?
Well, this
What's
guy
the
is
philosophy?
judging people.
Eating?
And
Is
he
that philosophy?
preach
What you talking about?
hatred.
What philosophy are
He
you
said
talking
to
about?
he
Drinking?
teach love.
What
And
philosophy?
he's talking about Al Saud. What's to him, Al
What?
Saud,
What's the
man?
point?
He's
What are you
living
trying
in
to
England.
say?
Would you like to read the
Give me
report?
your argument.
I've never
first.
been
to
Give me
read
your
it?
argument. You said
Would you like to read
Wahabism.
it?
What is Wahabism?
Guys, it's no point shouting and screaming.
No, I'm not
You want to be
doing it.
educated on this or not?
Okay, try to educate me.
I know you're
I'll
going
give you a chance.
But you should really stay.
Try to educate me.
You are just, mate, you're
Try
wrong.
to educate me.
Stay,
Try to educate me. Try to educate me.
So for you now, let's break it down. here.
Try to
This
educate
document
me.
here,
Yeah.
let's have a look.
What's the point?
This document here,
I know.
Western bread.
Yeah, I know, but I'll give you a chance. Go. I will let you.
this document here, let's go in again.
Yeah.
Right, you can get
What's the point?
you can get a copy in the British Library or
Okay.
the British Military
Okay. Yeah.
Museum.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Okay, this report said
Okay.
the study aims to uncover the links of the movement Wahabism,
Yeah.
right, with the British government promoting Wahabi. I'm not gonna pronounce his whole name.
Okay.
Right. In his meeting, the rulers of the South family, right, passed their plans on to target Islam and cause division amongst Muslims.
Okay.
The British spy, right, a British spy to the Middle East in the 18th century, right, was sent to cause diversion, right, the division between them.
Okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
You know none of this, do you?
That's wrong. That's wrong. I will
It's
tell you
wrong.
why.
It's wrong.
I will tell you what is Wahabism. What's your argument? You are trying to explain Wahabism is wrong, yeah? What is Wahabism? What is Wahabism? Explain that first.
Wahhabism
If you know it.
is a political movement,
Okay.
right, that deemed
Okay.
that anybody,
Okay.
right,
Okay.
that anybody going to shrines,
Okay.
going to visit ancestors,
Okay.
not right, were deemed as non-Muslims by
Okay.
this gentleman here.
Okay,
this
that's
gentleman
wrong.
here.
That's not Wahabism.
Right,
That's
this
not
gentleman
Wahabism.
here. Well, explain
That's
to me.
not
Tell me what
Wahabism.
it is.
Wahabism. Abdullah ibn Wahab, who was a man in Saudi Arabia, was born in Saudi Arabia, and he said, if you are in doubt about Quran and Hadith, go back to Quran and Hadith. That's it. And that's
If
the
you're in doubt
about Quran and
That's
Hadith,
it.
go back to
That's
Quran and
ideology.
Hadith.
There is nothing extra. Okay? If that
Definition
was not
of
the
circular
case,
reasoning, you know.
Let's have a look at the
Please, yeah.
teachings of Wahhabism because you don't know. I've got it all lined up.
you don't know.
Let's
You
have a
don't know.
look.
You are going to
The
British
teaching of
Library
it.
to explain about
The
Islam.
strict
What a
emphasis on
stupidity
shirt.
is that?
Now,
What
how
a
do I pronounce the
stupidity.
word?
What's
Shirt.
the illogical thing is that? You are going
Calm
to...
down. You're going to be educated. Yes?
You can't. You can't. Gary cannot educate me. You don't have anything. You don't have any basis.
Hamza always said, and that's the only thing I respect you for, he can never lose, he only can learn. You follow him first. Now, the strict emphasis on shirt is not the most controversial aspect
Yeah.
of Wahabism writings.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That is reserved to tafsir.
Okay.
Have I pronounced it right?
What's that? Takfir.
Takfir.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Excommunication of those Muslims engaging in acts of idolatry. Yes? Following idols. Throughout his writing, Wahabi declared that Muslims who engage in idolous right, practices are no longer Muslims.
Okay.
That's the people visiting shrines.
Yeah.
Going to
Idolatry
right?
is not Islam
Right,
anyway. So
okay,
what's the
listen.
point? What's extremism?
Right, hold on a second.
He's just
Hold on
said,
a second. Hold on a second. Now this is the damaging bit. This is because traditional punishment for apostate under Islamic law is death. Many contemporary extremist groups in the Muslim world have latched onto Wahabism conception, right, to readily declare Muslims opposed to interpretation of the faith as apostates. Now what is the punishment for apostate?
which apostate? Which one are you
If
talking
you
about?
leave Islam, what's
Yeah,
the punishment?
in the case of what? In the case of what? You can leave Islam for many
If
reasons.
you leave Islam and
Yeah.
declare yourself not a Muslim anymore, or
In where?
Christian, or
In
anybody
where?
else,
In where?
what is the punishment?
In where?
Huh?
In where? In where?
Pakistan, in Saudi Arabia,
in London,
in Saudi Arabia, in Egypt. What's
Okay.
the punishment?
There is no punishment.
There's no
There is no
punishment.
punishment.
There's no punishment.
No.
What's the Sharia?
Okay, I will explain.
What's
I will
the
explain.
Sharia
I will
punishment?
explain. I will correct you. I will
No,
correct
you
you.
can't correct me. I'm gonna show you.
I know you are
can't correct
confused.
me.
I know you are so much
You
confused. Yeah.
can't correct me. Let me just show you.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
But try it anyway.
Let me explain. Let me explain. That's only fair.
No.
Go ahead.
If you want to explain, go on.
No, go on, explain.
No, go
Okay,
explain.
I will explain. I will explain. In Islam, for apostasy simply means in the time of Prophet Muhammad, there was many wars and battles were going on. So in the time of war, if any Muslim go into the enemy's side, then he must be killed. That's the rule. Say for example, if Britain and Germany is in war now, and in MI5, where it's in Vauxhall, if there's a German man working for Britain, and in the time of the war, because he know the war secrets of Britain, if he go to Germany and he said, I don't belong to Britain anymore, I want to go to Germany now, he must be killed, because that means he can give.
Brother, one word.
No.
Treason.
Please,
It's called
yeah,
treason.
please.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
And talk too much. Just treason.
No.
Just say it.
So
Any Muslim here
so
because of Prophet.
this is in no.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Right,
can you
okay.
tell us now, what is the penalty in Pakistan and in Saudi Arabia for apostates?
They have strict interpretation of Islam.
Let
Therefore-
me
Now, hold on a
finish.
second.
Let me finish.
What is-
I will
what
stop
is-
you.
let me
Why?
finish.
Why you finish with me? Have you finished with me? Have you finished with me? Have you finished with me,
So what
Gary?
is it?
Have you finished with
Yes,
me?
I have finished. Go on.
Okay, see you later. That's it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Go on. So what's
So they have a strict interpretation of Islam.
Yes.
Therefore,
Wahhabis, yes?
yes,
They're Wahhabis.
to leave Islam and if you are a Muslim, the punishment is death.
It's death, yes?
It's death. But at the same time, you have to look
Depends
on the
on case.
other side
Depends
of
on
the
case.
coin. If you are to be punished
And just in
by
case,
Islamic law, you need
just in case you don't know what a
three
step
viewers,
looks like.
3 people that can provide the evidence. The reason behind this
In any country,
is
in
that
any
because-
country, for if you.
The reason behind this is because God, in our belief, wants us to repent from our sins, wants to give us more chances. So it's very hard to have three people who can give you evidence, give somebody evidence that you have shifted. You know?
In any country?
I wouldn't say in any country.
No, but
there are.
Pakistan, Egypt, the penny is dead.
I'm
yes?
not sure about Egypt, but
Well,
I'm
look,
sure about Saudi.
Just in
and
case you didn't understand.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia last year,
Pakistan.
over 100, what's the number here? 150 people were beheaded. This is capital punishment. Shocking, isn't it?
You're done with it.
Shocking, isn't it? Yes?
No.
But
Public beheading.
at the-
Now what is that? We used to do that in Marble Arch.
Can we see that, please?
But we got civilized.
Let me see that,
We
yeah.
say no, we can't do that in front of women and children. Yes? 150 people.
So
made-
what's the point?
Chopped up.
So what's the
Because
point
they
you're trying to
decided
say?
to either speak out
So
against
have you done with
Muhammad,
Wahabism?
or,
So you are
or,
going
to-
to
or
apostasy
say they
now.
no longer want to be a Muslim.
So you are going
Yes?
to apostasy
So,
now. You're done with
what I'm trying to
Wahabism.
explain to you is the Saudi Arabians
Okay.
are Jewish origin.
Okay.
They are under the sect of Wahabism, which dictates
Okay, what is
anybody.
Wahabism? You didn't prove it.
I said it's a political
Gary, what's wrong with you?
movement.
What's wrong with
It's
you?
a political movement invented by
Okay,
Muhammad Wahabi under the
So-
guidance of
That's
the
wrong.
British government.
What is
Yes.
it? What is
Under the
it?
guidance of the British
You are
government.
saying some Islam. What is the Islam? Someone, if
You-
he
you- you're
invented
really-
what
you're
Islam,
really
what is the
offended.
Islam? You don't know it. You are lying. You don't know. You
Now,
don't know.
These are
Tell me you
photos-
don't know. That would be more honest answer.
Now you can actually get this in the British Library.
So what's the point?
Now this is
what you
King
trying to
Saud.
prove?
Now this is Saud,
What you trying to
the
prove?
first king of Saudi Arabia,
Okay.
and in now standing to his left.
Yes.
You can see the British.
Lord,
British are always everywhere.
I think that's Lawrence.
No, yeah, Lawrence Arabia. Everyone watched Lawrence Arabia tonight. It's a very old photo. You can actually see it. It actually says here. It actually says. Can you see it here? This is on this one. Now that is the British here. That is King Sword. Yes? Okay. Right, now let's have a look what it says here. Let's have a look. Now, the War Museum. You know what the War Museum is? It's in Victoria. Okay. There are records in the British War Museum, right, that the British paid £50,000 sterling to the King Abdul Aziz Ibn Saud to oppose
What's the
Muslim
point?
Ottomans.
What's the point? What are you trying to say?
You have
that's
to
irrelevant.
keep your emotions.
Finish. The records also state the British sent a spy named Hempher, right, to convince Muhammad Wahab to create Wahabi sect. Okay? This is the Britain. This is records in the War Museum.
Jesus Christ!
The British. Hold on. The British. Hold on a second. The British needed an opportunity to rewrite the laws of Islam in order to create a competing interpretation.
There we go. So
The British sought to undermine the great power of the time,
British
Islamic
rewriting
and the
Islam.
Ottoman Turks.
Right.
Now, the full report, because that was a summary.
All right.
British rewriting Islam.
Hey, yo, Gary.
you can't.
Hey, Gary.
You're right.
Gary's the god of destruction. Are you mad?
You want to have a civilized conversation?
Oh, jeez, Nick.
What? Let's break it down.
My God.
He's reading up on his iPad
British
forever.
rewriting Islam in
We're not here forever.
1958.
You want to have a
What a
civilized
silly
discussion?
person are you? What a
You
silly
go 1
person.
minute. I'll go 1 minute.
And he's bringing evidence to
Source.
me.
You want the source now? Professor Bernard Haeckel, right? Ideally, Wahabism.
Okay.
Professor Bernard, director
Beautiful.
hold on a second.
Western, white,
Princeton
European.
University.
Never been in
This
Saudi
guy
Arabia.
decided to come out and talk.
Never been in Saudi
Yes?
Arabia. Never been in the Middle East.
And he actually did a piece on the BBC. Right? This is the title here.
Okay.
Right. And this is what it looks like.
Okay. This
In
doesn't
case
make
you want to
sense.
end up
The
killing
whole
it.
conversation. This doesn't make any sense to you.
Let me
So already giving you the mugshot.
all right, let me explain something to
There
you.
it is.
First of all,
Yo.
you want to hear
So
something?
far,
You wanna hear something?
hold on. To summarize so far.
Okay. What is it?
You should write an essay.
Wahabi, hold on a second. Wahabi
Okay.
and the Saud family are Jews.
No.
They're Jews.
No.
Right, bank
No.
to rights.
What is the
Hold on a
evidence?
second.
Bring the evidence.
The British infiltrated Wahabi
Okay.
to
What's the
bring
evidence? You are
Wahabism
lying.
to
Lying.
Saudi
Bring the
Arabia
evidence.
to fight
Bring the
against the
evidence.
Turkish Ottomans.
Bring the evidence.
Right.
Bring the evidence. Prove it to me.
Let's have a look.
Prove it to me. In 1958, British rewrited Islam, yeah? Interesting.
Now look at this.
And he's trying to prove
Look at
it.
this. The
1958.
title's all here ready for you. Let's have a look. Right.
All right, are you done?
Yeah, you can
Are you
come
done?
if you want. You can
All
come
right,
if you
all
want.
right,
I'll
all
let
right.
him respond. You
Okay.
can come if you want.
Let me explain something to you. First of all, the British may have convinced him, but they are not the originators of the idea, right? The British always have political interests in the Middle East, and their political interest is to have a stable leader, just how America used to support Saddam because he was a stable leader in the Middle East.
You know who this guy
right?
is?
In Saudi Arabia, there are twin pillars keeping up the kingdom. It's politics and religion. They need a strict religious guide to keep political power. They need a strict political royal family to keep the power. It's in the interest of the British to keep those people in power. So of course, they're gonna give them £50,000, but £50,000, what is it in compared to what they had? What is it in compared to the advent of oil?
When did Saudi Arabia
How
come in?
did
Okay.
£50,000
Remember,
translate
the
to
state
intellect,
of Saudi Arabia
to change
came
the
about in
doctrine,
1932.
to change the doctrine to
Before
Islam?
that, there was no Saudi Arabia.
I want to explain.
Remember, there was no Saudi Arabia.
There was Saudi
The
Arabia ever
Ottomans,
since
the Ottomans, the
1980.
Turkish Ottomans
After the
controlled
Ottoman
Arabia.
Empire. After the
Right?
Ottoman
There
What's the
was
Empire.
point?
no Saudi
What's the
Arabia.
point? If there was no Saudi Arabia, what's the
You
point?
spent,
of
no,
trying to
you
say?
spent the last 30 minutes reading up
Yeah,
on your
that's true.
iPad.
We don't have
Listen
any
to me
problem.
now.
Yeah.
What's the point?
All right.
If you say milk is white, what's the point? What are you trying to say?
To someone who's actually from that region, right? You can't base
He's
your
saying
knowledge off of
Wahabism
your
is
iPad
that
or
Wahabism
off of someone who's
extremism.
never been in the Middle East.
Extremism in what?
A white person who probably
No.
would have.
You need to tell me that.
This guy,
What's the point?
Princeton guy.
What are you trying to say? Extremism in what?
Europe,
He's a professor.
In what? In what?
I think he's
Professor
been
in Islamic
In
studies.
what?
Right, he studies Islamic
What is
studies,
extremism?
right? He studies
No, no,
Islamic
no, no, no.
studies.
Spread over.
I studied geometry. Doesn't
You
mean
don't
I'm
know.
good at it.
You don't know that.
Doesn't mean I'm good at it.
What's the
We're
point?
gonna learn
Right?
today.
Yeah.
So
King
let-
Faisal.
Let's have a look. Okay,
Baby.
now let's look at
No,
King
no.
Faisal's statement.
Right.
Let's look. King Faisal's son. Right.
He
Let's
says
look
that
at
the
this.
professor is in
At the
Islamic
time,
studies, that's
right?
why
Where did he get all this crap
Hold
from?
on a second.
on.
This is his
Anybody
statement.
get it?
Okay.
Crap, man,
Now
crap.
this is his statement in the Washington Post, September 17, 1969. This is his words, quote unquote.
Okay.
We Saudi family are cousins to the Jews.
Right.
We entirely disagree with any Arab or Muslim authority that shows antagonism, right, to the Jews, but we must live together, right, with them in peace.
Okay.
Who
So
says
what's the
this?
point?
This is the king in
House of
1969.
Yeah,
said
even
that?
if he
Which
said that, what's the
South.
point?
House
All right.
of
So what?
South.
He's saying
so
the
what?
Jews are his cousins.
So what? Yeah.
He is the Jew.
All right, so
Because he's a Jew.
He's a Jew.
listen, 1,400
How
years
come?
ago.
Did
How
anybody?
come?
1,400 years ago, they came from a
Humanity.
Jewish family that
Humanity,
translate.
Christians, he can say Christians are cousin.
If someone's your cousin,
But
that's
Hindus
right.
are cousin. What's the
Right.
point?
You have
What's
this
the
is
point?
type. You have
This is
two types of
damaging.
equality.
This is
What's the
damaging.
point?
This
Yeah,
is damaging for you, though, isn't it?
No, it doesn't.
You
No,
have
it doesn't.
Jews
It
running
doesn't.
the House
It
of
doesn't.
Sud.
It doesn't.
I say
You
he's
have
my
Jews
brother.
giving you
He's really my
Wahabism.
brother.
Right,
Doesn't.
right.
Right?
Doesn't mean that.
You have Jews
Doesn't
giving
mean
you
it.
Wahabism.
Doesn't
You have
mean
the
it.
British at
It
the
doesn't
core
mean
of
it.
it.
What's the point you're trying to say
And
that?
from that,
He's trying to break down
He's
our
gonna move to
foundation.
the United
From
States.
He knows better. But
this
listen,
group here,
You don't know it. You don't know it.
ISIL or
Alright,
ISIS,
alright.
let's have a look.
were you ever religious in your life?
Let's have a look.
No, just answer this question. Were you
No,
ever
he-
religious in your life?
He
Answer
believes in
this
his
question.
stupidity. He
Why,
believes in his stupidity.
why are you ignoring me
Let us-
and looking
okay,
at your
let's
And
see.
he
iPad?
believes in
Let us
science.
be
Why are you
clear from the
ignoring me and
beginning.
looking at your
The
iPad?
greatest threat to Islam originates from Wahhabism.
Do you believe in a
Cancerous
God? Do you
phenomenon
believe
that
in
has been allowed
Do you
to
believe in a
used
God?
to. He
And
used
possibly-
to. He used to.
But
He
this
probably
is, but the
did.
British gave you this.
Okay, yeah.
Think about
Let's
it.
forget this crap.
Think
Yeah,
about
let's
it.
forget.
Think about it.
All right, well,
Let's
no, no.
forget this
All right,
crap.
let's listen to what
Let's
he has to
forget
say.
this
Let's
crap.
listen, yeah,
Would
come
you
on.
believe in a
I
God?
said to you, hold on a second, I said to
Okay,
you,
go ahead, yeah.
has Saudi Arabia, has ISIS
Yeah.
ever attacked Israel?
No,
Never ever.
no.
The bomb everywhere else.
No, because
Israel's left
they are
alone.
Jewish.
Why?
They are Jewish.
Why?
They are
Why
Jewish.
did they? All right. Under that logic,
Why?
then they shouldn't be
They are
bombing
Jewish.
Saudi Arabia, but they bombed Saudi Arabia.
But they never touched Israel, though, would they? Why?
Yeah,
Why?
because
Why?
they are
Saudi
Jewish.
Arabia- Because
They are
Israel
Jewish.
is
Because they are
obsessed.
cousins.
They are
No, no,
Jewish.
no,
They are
Israel-
They are
cousins.
Jewish.
Why are you
Cousins.
underestimating
They are
Israel?
cousins.
Cousins of
Israel
Jewish.
is
Yes.
strong.
They are cousins.
Israel
Yeah. What's
beat
the point?
Arabs.
They are
What's the
cousins.
They are
point?
strong
What's the
militarily.
point?
Just
They are
remember
strong
this
in
image
terms of
here.
security.
Yeah.
Just remember this image here.
Wow, you
What's
base
the
your
point?
ideas on a
Remember-
cartoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the point? What's the point?
Okay.
Sunni Shia division,
Yeah.
Wahhabism,
Beautiful.
which is why it was created in the first place.
So what's the point?
Prior to the 17th century,
What's the point?
there was no problem with Shia and Sunnis.
Bring up,
No,
You
no,
was all living
that's
how
a
you
lie.
want to live.
The problem
Show
was
me your references.
The British
since the time of
Show me
Prophet,
your
and the
since the time of
Europeans came.
since the death
And
of Prophet.
exacerbated-
Who was the biggest
After-
opposer of Wahhabi?
Sorry?
Who was the biggest opposer of Wahhabi? Huh? Who was the biggest opposer of Wahhabi?
So what's
You know who
Wahhabi?
it was?
Explain,
His older brother.
Explain Wahhabi.
His older brother.
That-
His older
that's my
brother.
point.
Because
I've
he
been
was
asking
thirsty
this
for
question
power.
for
Power
half an hour.
corrupts.
His older brother.
Who is
Behind
Wahabi?
religion you can find power.
His older brother.
No, you don't know
His
what is
older brother.
Wahhabism means.
His
I've been
older
asking
brother
the same question for
made
the last
this
half an hour.
statement. Right?
Explain Wahhabism. You didn't explain that. You've been explaining this is
We just
Wahhabism.
explained
Wahhabi
it.
did that. Wahhabi did that. What is Wahhabism?
It's a political movement.
Yeah, that's wrong.
invented
That's
by
wrong. That's
Wahhabi.
wrong.
It's-
Prove it.
it's a-
Where did you
it's
get
a
that
false-
from?
Put by Wahhabi.
It's
Where did you
supposed
get that from?
Politically.
Wahhabism is
not
after-
by
named
heart
after who?
political.
Sorry?
Named after
What is
who?
Wahhabism?
The name,
You're
I
saying
think
Wahhabism is that.
Mr. Wahhabi,
Wahhabism
the
is
name
that.
Don't get
Wahhabism
sidetracked.
is
Keep on going,
this.
keep on
What
going.
is Wahhabism? Explain. No.
Go back to the
Gary,
iPad.
Gary,
Oh,
there
you're
is no
digging your
point
grave.
on reading
You're
an
digging your
essay to me.
grave, man.
I don't want to waste my time with you. I don't want to waste my time with you.
Okay, but
Yeah,
step aside
I don't want to
then.
waste. But you
Stand
are
down.
lying.
Stand down.
You are lying. What's the point of lying?
He's not. He believes
You're
he's
lying.
right.
What's the point of lying?
Okay.
It's a religious movement. Come on.
It's a religious movement.
No, it's
No,
a
what
religious movement.
what does it say?
It's a literal translation.
Sorry, what does it say?
It's a religious movement.
Movement?
Taking
What?
a literal.
Who's the leader
taking,
first?
taking a literal translation of
Islam.
Sunni Islam.
Wahhabism.
Censorship of what?
It's a religious movement.
Yeah, of what? Sorry, you are trying to say something wrong.
It's taking things literally.
it's a literal, it's a
Of
purification.
what?
It takes Islam
Of what?
by the word.
Of what?
It takes Islam by
Of
the
what?
word.
Of what? Of Quran and
It
Sunnah,
takes-
that's
It's a
it.
movement trying to purify Islam. isn't it?
Exactly, that's it, that's it.
I would say
That's
this
it,
trying
that's
to
it.
make
But he don't know that.
most objective.
Teach him, teach Gary, not me.
No, that's what you said.
Teach Gary.
That's what you said.
Yeah, no, I think you guys are
says-
teaching
he
him.
says-
Teach
Islam,
Gary.
Islam,
Yeah. You don't know it.
Brother,
Yeah.
but he made a religion.
Yeah,
Brother,
teach
brother.
Gary.
over here.
I'll let you continue.
No,
I'll let
no,
you
no.
continue. I'll let you continue. I'll let you continue.
Prior to the 17th century,
Yeah. I think
Sunnis
Moses,
and
you need
Shiites
to teach him. You don't know it.
and all
He's
the other
been
sects of
for
Islam were
last
living
5 years.
quite
You don't
reasonably in
know what is
harmony.
Wahabism.
Stop talking. We're living quite reasonably in harmony. Now remember, you have to remember, the Ottoman Turks Empire invaded Saudi Arabia. Yes? Not Saudi Arabia, Arabia. Yes? The British, they were full fighting the British. The British wanted to control. Yes? So that, remember, originally the Ottoman Empire, right? There are Jews that infiltrated that called the Dometh. You heard of the Dometh?
In what year?
The Dometh Jews?
No, no, you can tell me. I trust
Don't
you.
teach
I
Jews.
trust you,
Don't
Gary.
teach
I
Jews.
trust you.
No,
Show us,
no,
man.
no,
Let him show us. What happened, man?
Jesus Christ, you don't know this.
You know, in Saudi Arabia, it used to be Jews live there. innit?
Do you believe in Jesus?
And,
Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in Jesus? Just as Jesus Christ. Do you believe in Jesus?
Diversion.
By heart, I think so. I think by heart.
I just want to know what.
So what's that mean?
Let me know when you finish.
So what's that mean? What's that mean?
This guy has good intentions, but he has the wrong information to back up his intentions.
He's showing you Wahabism pictures, man.
And he don't know what is Wahabism.
Listen.
And he's learning
It's
from the past.
Western colonialism and imperialism that created such an ethno-sectarian rift between the Arabs, right?
Who did?
The Western colonialism and imperialism. I'll give you the
And
most
how did they
recent.
do it? And how did they
I'll
do
give
it?
you the most recent example.
believe
all right?
Wahabism.
And I think everybody
Exactly.
knows this.
Right.
I think
Are
everybody
you?
knows
Are
this.
you?
I am a Muslim.
Okay. Nobody wants to be a Wahhabi today.
No.
I'll give
Nobody
you the
wants to be
most
a Wahhabi.
recent
No, by the way, I'm
example.
Shia,
I
I'm
think
Shia.
everybody
You're
knows.
Shia, yes? So you understand it?
Okay, I'm a Wahhabi. Go.
I think-
I'm a Wahhabi.
You're no, you are.
I'm a
That's
Wahhabi.
We're going somewhere. We're going somewhere, yeah?
Right? You're saying there's a rift.
Right, you
You're saying there's a
you
rift.
prove me
I have no
wrong.
issue with them, you know. I
If
have
you
no
can,
issue with the other
Gary,
Yeah, but they have issue
Gary,
with you.
Gary,
Muslims.
All right, listen.
Gary.
You know, I'm Shia.
I like them, but they don't like
No,
me.
I'm Shia. Look at me.
No.
I'm close to him.
No, I'm a Wahhabi. Now
see-
prove to me I'm wrong. If you can do it, I
like you,
challenge
brother. I
you.
like you.
I
wrong.
challenge you.
I'm backing you.
Yeah, go on.
The Shia and the Wahhabi are together trying to prove you wrong.
Now, who was once
Now your
again,
enemy, now your enemy. yeah.
once again, who was the biggest opposer of Wahhabism?
Muhammad Abdul Wahab.
No, the biggest opposer.
He studies in
No,
Iraq.
no,
and he
I
came
will
back to
tell you.
Saudi Arabia. He
Did you ask
bought-
the
Wahhabi's
education?
bigger brother,
Did you ask
older
the
brother.
question to me?
Look, here he is.
No. Did you ask the question
Hold
to
on
me?
a second.
Okay, then you're gonna have to talk to him.
Right. Now this
Did you ask the question
now
to me?
this is what he said to his brother.
You're Sunni, as a Sunni, that's your issue.
You are now
My issue is
pronouncing
different.
tafsir. Hold on a second. You are now pronouncing
Defend your
tafsir.
religion.
Now what is tafsir?
You tell me what you know.
He tell me what tafsir is.
Tafsir is like somebody, you're saying something like in the
Yeah, you
hadith
tell
or
me.
something.
No, takfir. You're saying
Takfir, sorry.
No, takfir I mean like as a
What's tafsir? Tafsir.
takfir means like a Christian, they can say he's a kafir, he's non-religious.
As a kafir, yes?
Yeah, kafir,
Okay,
yeah.
right. So this is the older brother saying to Wahhabi,
Okay.
why are you calling him a kafir? He said, you are now pronouncing takfir
Okay.
over he who witnessed there is no God but God alone.
Okay.
That Muhammad is a slave and a messenger, and he who performs the prayer and gives zakat and fasts during Ramadan and performs the pilgrimage and believing in God, his angels, the book and the messenger. You make them unbelievers in the lands, and cause war. He says, who are you to say that? This is his older brother saying to Wahhabi, who gave you that authority to say this man is not a Muslim?
Okay.
So who gave him the authority? This
The
little
British
country we're
government.
standing in here now. The British gave him that authority, and they backed him. They backed Sud and Wahhabi as a movement to fight against Ottoman Turks, which is why the records are in the British Library, and these classified document from 2002 stating that.
What do you
So
think about this?
I
Drop the
suggest
mic.
right now.
Drop the mic.
So
point?
I suggest right now you do your research that I have and don't stand here arguing over points you don't know
What you
about.
trying to say?
What am I trying to say?
What you trying to say?
Wahabi was a Jew.
No,
The South family are
What does he
Jews.
say that one? Produce that.
I just said
Everybody knows.
Who knows? Who knows it? Who knows it? Who's that? Everybody. Do you know it? Do you know it? Do you know it? Okay, produce evidence. Produce evidence. Produce evidence. Okay, bring it.
The reference, brother.
Your tongue is
Reference,
not
reference.
evidence.
Reference, Zakaria.
Weetabix today, man. You're strong.
Okay.
Red Bull, Red
This
Bull.
is in the document. Right. What is interesting? Hold on a second. You're through. Oh, you see, what is as interesting?
But you know
but
this,
let's, brother. Wait a second.
You say yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
You know this one? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why you say yes?
I don't know. I don't know. It's scary. I'm
what
just
is
letting
as
you
I don't know. You say yes, yes. Why does
But even less
know
known,
this topic? I
the
don't know.
Jewish
I
ancestry
I never
of
heard
the
of that.
Saudis.
I don't know what it is.
Right, is that Muhammad Abul Wahabi ancestors were also Jews.
Okay, so what? So what's
Yes,
the problem?
this is in the document,
Wait,
US
wait,
document,
So
declassified
his
in
ancestors. So
2008.
what's the
Wait,
point?
fill application.
An
So
official
what's the point?
document.
So what's the
You fill the
point?
application.
An official document.
If my ancestors are Jews,
Where'd you
what's
get your
the point?
information from? What
Hold
time?
on a second.
What you
Where
trying
you
to
get
If
your
they're
information?
Jews,
What you trying to prove?
now we know as a fact,
Yeah.
the Queen, the Windsors are German.
Come back.
like I said.
This is
We
what
know
Wahabi
this.
is. You need to come back on this.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows they're not British,
Right,
they're not,
okay, yeah.
they're not Nordics,
Okay.
they are German.
Okay, yeah.
We know this over here.
Anyway, this is right. Where
So,
did you get? Where is
you
the
guys,
reference?
you guys, so hold on a second. So
Okay.
hold on a second. So will a Jewish family have the interests of Islam at the core of their priorities? Would they have that? Would they have that? Or would they have the priorities of
Even
Israel
Gaddafi had that.
at the core of their priorities?
Give me the reference.
Now would they do that? I just showed you that they're Jews.
No, Gaddafi.
I
I
understand
just
the
showed you they're
question.
Jews.
Yeah, just
I understand
background.
the question, yeah.
This
What
guy's
is
arguing
king and
over
queens and
this
I
guy's
understand
arguing
the
over points that's not true.
Answer
Yeah.
the question. Bring the evidence.
you
No, no, not this one.
I think they're talking about ancestors
The one
of
before,
Sudan.
yeah.
Man.
You said
Maku,
Abdullah ibn Wahab,
You'll have to do that.
the
Just
ancestors
see
were
there.
Jews, yeah? Produced evidence.
2002 found in Iraq. What stated in the 17th
Produced
century,
evidence.
the British sent in an agent to infiltrate, right, the Ottoman Empire. They did it through the Saud and Wahabi. They put them together, right, funded them, gave them weapons to fight against the Ottoman Turks. They then declared the Saud as the first king of Saudi Arabia. Now, what other country in the world has a family name as the name of the country? Saudi Arabia? Imagine it called Windsor, England. Does that make any sense? Now, what kind of imperialism is that? Look at the ego in that. A country named after a family.
Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Gary, are you stupid? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? What's the point? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
You guys, listen, do more research, yes?
No, I did.
It's
I
on
did.
camera now.
You are talking
Do
crap.
more research.
You're talking
talking
crap.
crap.
Yeah, yeah. Where is the reference? You are saying this is I got from internet. What are you talking about? You got it from internet.
British
Give me-
Library.
No.
British Library,
Okay.
£4.75.
Okay, yeah. Take it.
£4.75.
Okay,
You know
go
the
on.
British Library?
Okay, go on.
You
Yeah.
know what it is?
What is that? What is that?
Houston
What is
Road.
that?
Houston
Okay,
Road.
let me dig out. What is that?
Have you ever
tell,
been to
tell me
library?
what is it?
Have you ever been to library?
Tell me what is it?
Have you been to a library before?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Which
go
one?
on.
Which one you go to?
What about it? Doesn't matter.
Well, which one?
Irrelevant.
Name it.
Irrelevant. That's not the point. Produce. No, you said no. The point is this one. He was trying to, in front of the camera. Gary was trying to explain Wahabism is wrong. Yeah, he was trying to explain Wahabism is wrong. And I asked him, what is Wahabism? You don't know what is Wahabism. And he's going. Wahabism. Okay. Wahabism simply means I don't have any problem.
Yeah, but what's it mean? No, stand still. What's it mean? What's it mean?
Wahabism means go into Quran and that's it.
Wahabism means to go in Quran and Sunnah. Now, who's going to go first? It means going to Quran and Sunnah.
I'm challenging Gary to put any evidence.
Gary.
That's what I want. I don't want to push it. I don't want to push it.
Our own Muslims Wahhabi.
Sorry?
Our own Muslims Wahhabi.
No, I wouldn't say that one.
What the definition
A
of
Muslim has to be a Wahhabi. Yeah.
all Muslims have to be Wahhabi.
Do you look at Shia, I mean, as your brother?
Wahhabi is a religious
No, hold on a second. So you wouldn't say Shiites are Muslims. Why? Why? Because Wahabism teaches you that. Yes, it does. Wahabism teaches you Shiites are not your brother.
Islam means
Even
Allah
though
and Quran.
they have taken the 5 pillars of Islam, you are saying that this man here is a Shiite, he's not your brother. Are you saying he's not your brother? Are you saying he's not your brother? He's saying he's not your brother.
I don't care what he said.
Are the Shia Muslims?
You know, by the way, my family is half Sunni, half Shia. I know what's
Based on
happening.
Islamic scriptures, if they believe, now I wouldn't say Shia or whatsoever, but based on Islam means
Are you
simply
okay
Quran
today?
and Sunnah.
Are you okay today?
Yeah. Quran and Sunnah. Whoever believe in Quran and Sunnah, they are Muslim. Yeah. And if they follow Quran and Sunnah, they are Muslim. Whoever don't follow, they are sorry. They don't.
Yes, they do.
don't.
Who is going to define that?
Okay.
Why'd you say they don't?
Okay. Okay. Do you follow everything? Do you follow? Okay.
Do you follow everything?
I do.
You said your God have legs and hands and
Now you are talking to me. We'll have a discussion.
their God have legs and hands and
We'll have a
head.
discussion later
Shia
on.
don't have that. Your God have legs and hands.
Sorry?
How you as a Muslim define this with me? You say that Wahabi and Salafi believe God has hands and legs.
So you're a Shia?
Yes.
Alright, okay. I will
Why you
explain.
say that?
We believe, we have to believe it. Yeah.
No. You said God has hands and legs. Allah doesn't have nothing. Allah doesn't have nothing.
What hands you talking about?
No, you
What
said
hands you
I
talking
don't know.
about?
You in your
Okay, well,
books,
if
in
you
your
want to
books,
know,
in
if
his
you
book
want to know,
said God
let's
have
continue.
hands and legs and
If you want to know,
Muslims don't believe that only Wahabis
yes,
and Salafis.
yes,
his book
yes,
says-
yes.
Muhammad,
Allah says Allah has got a throne. We don't believe.
Even Aisha never married 8 years old.
right, exactly. But his book says you married at 6.
No,
now,
eight-
your
eight
book-
for them.
No, okay, 6. But yours
said 18.
But yours said he didn't.
18.
It didn't, did it?
But
He didn't
as a-
marry.
as a Shia,
She
we say
married at
18.
yes?
Yes.
Okay, now that's more reasonable. Why the hell? So you must be horrified.
Why is reasonable for you?
So you must be
Why is
horrified.
reasonable?
Hold on a
Why is
second.
reasonable?
So you must
Why
be
is reasonable?
horrified
Gary,
when
that's
people like
reasonable
that-
for you,
Bukhari
not
said.
for me.
Oh, calm down.
Bukhari said.
So you must be horrified.
That's Bukhari faxes.
When you
Because
hold on.
Sayyid Bukhari
Sahih
said.
Bukhari.
Hold on a second, my friend. So you as a Shiite
Yeah.
must be horrified.
Of course.
When you read a book saying
Abu Aisha-
Muhammad would marry a 6-year-old.
No,
You
eight,
think-
eight.
What was 8 or 6, mate? It doesn't
For
make
me-
no
for
difference.
me it's hard.
Okay, but one time I said to you. So to you, that is shocking.
No,
That's
it's
like
not
saying,
shocking.
Who is
In
trying to-
2018,
He
in
characterized my
Bolivia,
prophet.
the age of marriage is 10.
That's like saying,
In
who
Bolivia,
is now trying to
2018.
characterize my prophet?
It's not good.
So what's
It's
the
not
problem?
good, is it?
If you go to
But these
Iran,
guys
it's
are happy
9.
with it.
If you go to Saudi Arabia, it's 10. If you go to, I will, if you want to say, I will produce it. What's the age of marriage legally in 2018?
Where? Here.
In
This
the
should
world
be a
now,
Shia
in the world,
versus
in the world
Sunni
now.
debate, you know.
In many of the South
What
American
age was
countries,
Aisha?
the age is 12, the legal age of marriage.
There's no
in this
reference
country.
said 9 years old.
In South American
No, we're
countries.
talking about here. We're talking about South America.
I'm
We're
talking about
here.
South America.
I'm talking about here. What's the legal
What's the
age in
point?
Europe? What's the legal age in Europe?
It's in some countries 16. So what's the point?
Some
So
countries. What about the country you're standing in now? What's the legal
16.
age? What are you talking about 12-year-olds for?
So I'm talking about South America.
So are you
So
trying to
I'm
justify?
saying you are wrong.
you trying to justify?
I'm not talking
Hold on a
about the
second.
Britain. I'm saying your argument is
Are
wrong.
you trying to justify the marriage of a 6-year-old is okay?
8 years.
Are you trying to justify that? It's okay.
I like him. I like this guy. He's strong, man. He's
okay
coming
with
in
it.
strong.
Yeah.
I think you met your match,
I
Gary.
remember match.
I think you
I'll
met
tell
your
you
match.
who.
So you're running it.
Listen, I will tell you who is it.
You're going strong, man. You're going strong.
I will tell you who is it.
Are you defending it? Yes. No hesitation.
Yeah, I think you have shown too many people. I have seen it. You have to show
What
too
is it?
many.
What is it?
Yeah, he's gonna take a picture. A picture.
yeah, I know so many people.
A very old man.
I'll
sitting
show
there.
you.
Maris,
I have
Maris,
seen that picture.
show
I
you
have
who
seen
is
that
match.
picture. Yeah.
That's your match.
Yeah. So what's the point? Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm gonna bring a chart. Okay. This is the chart
Because they
in
talk like
independent. Okay.
Let's go. He find something.
Okay.
Independence. The newspaper. It's in India, man.
Marriage. You're running away. Done, yeah? See you later. If you don't want to see the evidence.
To see more videos like this, subscribe to Titans TV down below. Thanks.
Calling Django. The greatest darky that bite with shark teeth and hate malarkey.
I'm seeing this on the camera. I swear to God, inshallah, I'm gonna find Tommy Robinson with cameras and expose him for the whole world to see.
The one everybody calls your highness because the weed got you feeling so high.
The philosophy that we're trying to teach or bring back to the people is number one, gnosis, know thyself. You get me? Once you know yourself, that should empower you to be something better than what you are right now. Because the position that we are in right now is not the position that we're supposed to be. It's not the position that we was born to be, but it's a position that's been forced upon us because of however many hundreds of years of colonization, of slavery, of whatever else of tactics that have actually been imposed upon us.